popping? Hit that like, I'd appreciate it. Only takes half a second. Support the platform, man. You know what I'm saying? Peace and blessings. All right. So there's like this little small narrative that's been put out there, and I don't think I believe it. But considering how much you know emotion people have when they really can't stand another person, ain't no telling what people will actually do. You know what I'm saying? I don't put nothing past nobody. I'm gonna get to that in a second. Now, yesterday there was a big battle that was supposed to go down. Coffee and 40 bars. 40. The only thing that was said was she wasn't prepared. There was nothing else that came out about it. From what I heard, there was nothing wrong. She wasn't sick. She didn't have a family emergency. And everybody got these 2 cents to speak on it as they should. Everybody was invested in this battle. Some people are like, like, why would she do that? Some people are still saying they don't believe that she was unprepared. And, everybody got their own opinion. But one of the main people who tweeted about this first was official. She said 40 would rather not battle at all than to slip up in her battle. That's crazy. And that's kind of the narrative that I wouldn't have no problem believing that. Because I was looking at it like this. If you're going up against somebody you can't stand, who you got beef with, instead of even giving them a chance to even look good and get one over on you, you rather not battle. Don't even get them the satisfaction of getting one over on you. It's a simple logic, you know. I believed it to be true. There are other variables that come into play. There are other things that could have happened. You know what I'm saying? Crazy part is she is here. She is there. Now this is official saying this, right? Now these women are all connected. They know each other. They got they speak with Debo, Babs, and all these other people. And I believe that. I don't think she would have put that out there. There's some people who don't believe that 40 was there. And people are like, but she's 40 bars. She's the great 40 bars. Why would she do that? I understand that. And that's the reason why it's so shocking. That's the whole point. That's the reason why it's so shocking. People still don't believe it. Why would 40 bars be at the event and not battle? You know? That's the shock value of the situation. Now, after all this started to calm down, Hustle ended up putting out this is where the narrative I was speaking about comes into play. Hustle put out this narrative. First, she was talking about I troll, I kid. Because she didn't care about Coffee getting the battle anyway. She could care less if Coffee would have got what she wanted, right? Didn't deserve the battle to begin with. Way to go, 40. So she's saying it's a good thing that 40 didn't do the battle. She's egging this situation on. She really only saying that because she wasn't invited. I think that's poor sportsmanship for a vet to have, no matter how you feel about Coffee. In my opinion, the way these girls all jumped on Coffee, all of them, a group, nobody can justify that. That shit look crazy, especially if you're a vet who been around. You supposed to be an example. And Hustle just does not show that right here. You hate that girl that much that you would let people publicly see you show your hate for her. And she has no, like, no sympathy, no shame. And in the end, one of the main things, this is the narrative right here. She said our master plan worked. At 40 bars, I owe you big time. Now, it could be a fake narrative. My apologies. It could be a fake narrative, but let's think about this for a second. 40 and Hustle were both two of the main ones who were on that panel on the spaces when Coffee won that belt. Them and a few others. We know hustle history with Coffee. They couldn't even get through a motherfucking battle together. And here it is, 40. She went on this campaign to snatch every drop of credit that Coffee had. Is it really possible? What y'all think? You think it's possible that Hustle and 40 came up with this plan to just say, just don't do the battle? Because let's think about this. People are saying, even people who popped up in my comments are like, I don't believe that she was actually prepared after all that time. It do sound crazy, don't it? Because 40 is a professional, yeah. So what's up? She wasn't sick. There was no family emergency because 40 would have got up there and said, listen, I apologize to y'all, but I had an emergency. 40 ain't say shit about it. You know what I'm saying? 40 been doing this a long time. She's had a few mishaps where she choked up and stuff in the past, but it's been a minute since she did that. You know what I'm saying? So that only leads to one thing. Is it possible that they dislike this girl so much that they came up with this little idea to just say, don't get a girl to battle? Because the same way Coffee had a certain amount of time is the same way 40 had enough of time. And the way she was trolling the girl, especially like the last few hours leading up to the battle, within the last 15 hours, it was like 4 and 3 in the morning, and stuff was just hitting my phone. 40 bars posting videos and skits. Just think, somebody to do all of that and then to not show up the next day, that sounds crazy. So to be honest with you, I really wouldn't be surprised at this point if there's a possibility that they might have just said, fuck her, let's not, I'm not even gonna do the battle. How about you just don't show up? It do sound crazy. I know. But going back to what I said earlier, when emotions are involved and you dislike another person, can't stand hate another person, especially when you're a female, that shit run deep. And some people you cannot put things past them. Now I know people feel like 40 is flawless, like she can do nothing wrong. A lot of people look at it that way. I'm being unbiased about the situation. I don't put nothing past 40 because I seen some shit she was putting up there about Coffee, and there was a point where she was trolling Coffee, and Coffee was only responding. I'm not saying Coffee didn't say anything back, but leading up to the battle, that was all 40. Within the last 15 hours leading up, I seen. So I don't know, man. And still, even right now, 40 didn't put, she didn't post one thing. She didn't say one thing. And anybody sticking up for 40, you're going to get in the comments and say, well, she don't have to explain anything. She ain't got to explain nothing to me. But if you're a fan of 40, you should want to know, motherfucker. You should want to know yourself. So, because it is crazy. It's either one, she just wasn't prepared. Debo already spoke. He said it was out of his control. One, she really wasn't prepared. Or two, she just didn't want to give the girl the battle because she didn't want to give her what she wanted. And three, maybe 40 didn't want to battle her and realized at the last minute that there was a chance Coffee could beat her. Some of these things are going to sound crazy to people, but I'm just saying those are the options. I'm not jumping to conclusions about either one of them. Those are the options. Use your own judgment, man. But I'm out. Hit that like, comment, share. Support the platform. I'm out.